10,000 subscribers. You heard me correct. Hello everybody, welcome back to Pug Network. Today we just hit 10,000. Actually, that's a lie. At this time of me making this video, I'm at 10,200 subscribers, and this is one day after I hit 10,000. We gained another 200 plus subscribers in under 24 hours of hitting 10,000. That is crazy. It's going insane. In today's video right now, don't click off, because I know most of you only watch like 10% of my videos. Hi, I see you. I'm going to be giving some thank yous as well. I'm going to be, after my thank yous, I'm going to be talking about something really cool that I really hope for. So I will probably be leaving some timestamps in the description below, as well. I might pin a comment. If not, you can ask specifically. I will just... So the first thing is not shout-outs, but like thank yous, a little bit of history, and then a really cool thing I want to talk about, so stay tuned for both of those. So I'm going to paint the picture of my channel. My channel, a year and 1 month ago, meaning December, so about a year and a month ago, Pug Network was the most feedest channel on YouTube with 100 subscribers, with my top video back then, a little over a year ago, had 200 views. 250 views. And I was so proud of that. And back then, Fetus Pug Network was like, you know what, I'm gonna try and make some because I used to be an animator back then. It's tough. If you're an animator, shout out to you. I understand the struggle. So back then, I watched some channels. I really like FNaF, as I did back then. Bendy wasn't a thing. So I decided to make a video. I decided to like reach out to a few content creators and ask them if they wanted me to make an animation for them, and the animation would be featured on the channel. That would be the biggest break I've ever had in my YouTube career up to that point. I messaged a few people. Some people left me unread. I still feel the burn. Some people politely declined me. One person specifically, the Nerdbirds, probably goes down in the history of my favorite channels of all time. It's probably held the #1 spot for the longest time. I think it's like 2 now. I'm always flipping through #1. It's probably gonna be #1 again, you know. Anyways, so at first, he actually left my message on read, and I was like, oh my god. And it was because it was really late in his time zone, and he meant to get back to me. And it's just like, and I sent another message like, you know what, it's okay, it's totally okay if you don't want to do this, I just want to double check. So I was like, please, and he is like the most, he sent me a message, and he is the most genuine down. Remember, he had almost 50,000 subscribers, and I was a fetus 100 sub channel. And he was so humble, and so just, like, down to my level, even though he was so much bigger than me. And it was probably, I can't emulate that excitement that I had at that moment, and what a turning point. And if it wasn't for the Nerdbirds, that I would not be here today. 110%, I would not be here doing this, being all these amazing things. It would not happen if it wasn't for you, Isaiah. I think that's your name. I'm pretty sure that's your name. As well, I want to shout out to your brother who edits all your videos. He's a super awesome singer. Pretty sure his name's Max. Pretty sure about that. You should check out his SoundCloud. Max, if you're watching that, drop your SoundCloud is a comment below. I'll pin it. You got some good stuff. You should check out the Nerdbirds brother Max. He makes some good music. So well, check out the Nerdbirds. He has like 80,000 subs now. He still talks to a scrub lord like me. Like, okay, thank you. But honestly, Isaiah, if you're watching this, you made a big impact on my life, and I really hope that you understand that these 10,000 subs are as much yours as they are mine. Whoa. As well, around this time, as a fetus channel, there's another channel that I still look up to. Like, I watch his videos, and I always enjoy them. His name's Andy. His channel's Andy123Son. Actually, fun fact, when the Nerdbirds made a 10,000 subscriber special, he also talked about Andy, so Andy, you're in the second 10,000 subscriber special. I think I'm going to be doing another podcast with him soon. But back in the day when I had a 100 subscriber fetus channel, even before I contacted the Nerdbirds, I left a comment on Andy's channel, which had about like 300 subs at the time, so bigger than mine, much bigger than mine. And I said, hey, can we collab? And he said, yeah, maybe one day, that'd be really cool. And sure enough, a couple months later, I was able to get on his podcast, and we've been great friends. He's the coolest guy ever, like, honestly. He's the best, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Andy has inspired me to keep my integrity with my content, even when I've kind of forgotten about that. I've been reminded by him, and he's just been a great friend, and I do recommend checking his channel out. I couldn't talk about this list without mentioning Prod Charles as well. Around February, Prod Charles started to blow up off of his Tattletale videos, which I still watch them. Like, I went back a day ago, I watched them, I'm like, oh, yo, these are super dope, I'm not gonna lie, you should go check. You all watch Prod, if you watch me, you watch Prod. You probably came from his channel to my channel and accidentally subscribed, it's okay. It's all good. And I remember the Nerdbirds, or I'm just gonna call them the Nerdbirds, I'm not gonna call them Isaiah, just so you don't. Actually, basically gave him a shout out in one of his videos because he really liked him as well, because Prod is an excellent theory. Like, the Nerdbirds and Prod, they're like, if MatPat is here, they're like here. The Nerdbirds is probably up here with the editing. Max does an incredible job with the editing. Like, I wish, like, the Nerdbirds is literally could be a Photoshop artist. He is so good with his thumbnails. I hope someday I'll be that good. Anyways, so I basically contacted Prod Charles on Twitter and said, hey, the Nerdbirds shouted you out, and basically that's how I somehow got myself into the loop with them. I don't know how I weaseled myself in. Me having like 200 subs, making trash Bendy videos and trash Hello Neighbor videos, I don't know how I was able to become friends with them, but they are some of the coolest people. So, well, I want to give a quick shout out to Theory Pop. He's about 1,000 subs. He doesn't upload a lot, but when he does, he makes really, really good theories. I'm not gonna lie. Go show him some support. The list goes on with people I want to thank, but I also want to make sure that this video isn't 30 minutes long, because it's getting close to that, since I'm a bit rambly. I just want to say thank you to everyone, even if you subscribed yesterday or you subscribed over a year ago. If you subscribed over a year ago, I recognize your name 100%, like Starbeam Gaming, thank you. Ben Mixon, thank you. You guys, I remember you. Also, sorry I've been slacking from comments lately. I've just had a really busy schedule. I wanted to sit down and reply to like a billion, but like, you guys keep them coming, which is awesome. Anyways, I don't want to get off track. Basically, I want to say thank you to everyone for being on this journey with me. There's been some people that I will never forget. The people I mentioned were just some of the people I met early on. I just can't mention everyone. Thank you guys so much for giving me this opportunity. You guys are so cool. And now into the second half of the video, which is the cool part. That wasn't a really cool... I was trying to make like a cool like transition slide where I'd like go down here and then I'd like hop up, and it didn't really work though. So so the cool thing I was talking about is now that I have 10,000 subscribers, a lot of things have been opened up to me, as well as my thinking ahead for the future. So before I was like, you know what, I'll probably do YouTube for like another year, and then I'll probably just upload like once a month or something. But after hitting 10,000 subscribers so quickly, I know this growth will not stay at the rate it's going. I know it, but the fact that we made it to, my goal was 10,000 by August, and that was a crazy goal, and we hit it by January 28th, what are we doing? It made me realize that maybe this could be more of a long-term thing, maybe even possibly a livelihood. I know, you're all like, you're gonna throw your life away, let me explain. Number one, I'm going to high school, I'm going to college. I would never drop out of college to pursue YouTube or something. I know that YouTube's like a far-fetched dream for a creator, and that's a reality that I accept. As well, another thing, people are gonna be like, oh, YouTube's gonna be gone. The website's gonna die in like 2 years. Here's my counter to that. YouTube is such a big company and such a broad subject. It's a video viewing website. And think about video games as a whole. Like, video games have evolved since they started, and they are as strong as ever. YouTube, or video watching itself, has evolved. There's been places like Vimeo and Twitch, but they're not going to win in the long run. But YouTube, I think, is going to be around for quite a long time. As well, on YouTube, once you hit about, like, I would say, once you get to like 100,000+ subscribers, you have the opportunity to maybe do that full-time, not full-time, but part-time, and get a pretty decent income. Once you hit about 200 to 300,000 subscribers and you make daily videos and stuff like that, then you could probably get away with doing that full-time. And then you would continue to grow on from there, and then it could become your job. I know I only have 10,000 subscribers at the moment, but I feel if I keep this up for the next 4 years... First of all, I doubt that any of you will watch me for 4 years. If you do, oh my god, you're my favorite. But if you stay with me, that would be incredible. But I have 4 years, it's gonna be hard. But people have done it, and I have the commitment and time management skills that I think I can do it too. And if this could become my job, if I could make an income from this. Speaking of income, I want to talk about my plans for what I'm going to do with the money I've been making and all of that. So, I just got my checking account to work, so now the money I make on YouTube is finally matching up with my credit card, so I can now use the money that I'm making. If you go to Social Blade, it's going to show you some crazy exaggerated statistic. It says like I make 12 grand a year. I would love to make 12 grand a year, but I do not. The money I'm planning on using, the first thing, I want to save it. I know you're probably thinking, Connor, this is some quick spending money. If I want to ever possibly think of doing this as a full-time thing, I'm going to have to save as much as this money and put it into YouTube. So I'm planning to buy, so if you don't know, for my thumbnails, I use the free Photoshop apps, about 3 of them on my phone. Which they're working so far, but the thumbnails are really lacking to people like the Nerdbirds, and sometimes Prod Charles pulls out a banger, and 8-Bit Gaming has beautiful thumbnails. I'm going to invest in Photoshop, which is 10 bucks a month. My YouTube revenue per month will easily cover it. So, the money I'm going to be making, the majority will be stored into like some like money so I can start a little, like if I'm going to ever pursue this full time, it will be like a little bit of backup for me. But I'm also going to invest in making my thumbnails and just packaging my videos better. And I might even start to invest in some better video editing software so I can do some pretty cool things. And from there, you will probably see over the next couple years, yes, probably sooner than a year, but I just want to say, I'm going to make merch. I'm probably going to activate my Patreon a little more. Thank you, ABCD, for being that lovely Patreon, but I really don't promote it that much. I'm going to be more reliant on Patreon and merch, and just, I might be trying to get some brand sponsorships as the more I grow. And if you ever see a few ads in a video, remember those ads, if you do watch them, will go to my dream of doing this full time for you guys. So if you do watch the ads, or you do not mind if I have like a sponsor deal, or you support me on Patreon, or you buy my shirts, just realize it's all going towards me doing this full time, which is the dream, which I never imagined would ever be possible. This video is probably like 15-16 minutes long. Oh god, that's really long. I'm sorry, but I had a lot of things I wanted to say, and a lot of things I want to get off my mind. But I just want to say, if you're still watching this right now, which you're probably not, because no one's going to watch it this long, comment pizza, my pizza, in the comment section below. As always, Pug Nation, stay strong. By the way, the year-end goal is 50,000. It's crazy, but you know, I think we can do it.